What's up YouTube? Secret Koopa here with a tabletop review of the new Kobalt Gearless Ratchet. When they first came out, I didn't know too much about them and I wasn't really interested in finding out. I mean, it said it was gearless and I thought, oh well, it's just a knockoff tool. I wasn't really expecting it to make it anywhere. And as time went on, I saw a few, there's actually like a couple other videos like this on floating around, and I saw the inside of the Ratchet too, some pictures, and I got a little more interested. And when I saw it at the Lowe's, I had to give it a try. I mean, hey, it's gearless, and it was readily available. And take a look at this. Take a look at this. Listen to that. It is absolutely quiet, and the amount of space you're working with in this with the package here, that's 10 degrees. It's very small right here. It's kind of very hard to see. Let's see if I can get it to focus on that. See if it will focus. Over that. Okay, so it says it's 10 degrees or enough space for a 36 tooth ratchet to function. And this one is, oh man, it focuses one way, not the other. Okay, so this is actually it's actually possible that you could run into this type of situation when working on a job, whether on a car or somewhere else. This could happen. And what caught my surprise is that it's so quiet and yet it's still managing to work that dial, and it doesn't even take the whole 10 degrees in order for it to function. You just need like even half that will make this dial move. Watch. I go halfway and I'm still pulling that gear. I'm still pulling that. So that tells me it's pretty tight, pretty quiet. Got me interested, so I went ahead and picked it up, and I want to show you guys. I am going to take it apart, but I'm not going to show you how it works, like the physics behind it. I'm going to save that for another video. I'm going to try and keep this short. I have to keep my videos short on this. I could easily go for 20 minutes just talking about it, I'm sure. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in and open it up. Like I said, I want to make a separate video properly describing how this ratchet works. Being gearless, it's completely different from the traditional ratchets that we see out and about, and it's going to be pretty interesting, so stick around for that. I'm going to get it out this week. So just a couple screws, and then we can pop this off. Just push the button and then it pops out. So I'm going to put this ratchet aside. I wanted to compare it to, with this being a review, I'm going to be careful when comparing it, because this is the comparable ratchet, right? I try to compare apples to apples. These are obviously two different animals, but this is the one that's that could be getting replaced by the gearless one. I'm just honestly a little curious to see how this is going to work in the same packaging. So let me just put the cap or the cover back on, and I'll give it a try. See what we can get. So it actually fits right in there. These ratchets look about the same size. So let's see what I can do. Okay. Well, like the packaging says, it's good for a 32 or 36 tooth ratchet to function, so I'm not surprised, but I'm only getting like one click from the 72 tooth ratchet. Same from Kobalt, so interesting. I'm going to keep this package. I usually keep all of them, but this one's pretty cool. I'll be testing all my ratchets with this one. I'm going to see if I can get a 36 tooth to see if I can get it to fit in there. So anyway, I'm pretty much just going to put this, set this aside right now and focus on the man of the hour, the gearless ratchet. So Oh wow, that's pretty smooth. That takes almost no effort to turn it. Like with the geared ratchet, you have a little bit of resistance to try and get this square drive to move. You know, because it has a gear, some friction, a spring inside to help give it some tension. But this one, nothing. And it's absolutely quiet too. I like that. And it's got a quick release. I love that feature. I wonder... That's really nice. Again, Kobalt does a really good job with the chrome. Always stays looking nice. I had this one for like so many years, and you can see it's a little bit fuzzy, but still looks pretty good compared to the brand new one. And I like that about their Kobalt. They do a really good job with the chrome. So it says forward, then reverse. So we're going to turn in the opposite way. Or I'm sorry, the same direction that we want to go. And that means we can use these the propeller ends up, the propeller top right here, as like a thumb wheel. So if you're trying to get into the tight spaces, maybe you just want to use this to start a fastener, you can use this, because when you want to go in reverse, you turn it in that direction. Right? You want to turn it in the same direction that you're going to go. And it's not too difficult. You can feel a little bit of so that is really nice. You can feel it when you finally turn it. It's kind of positive, gives you a little bit of a feedback there. I will show you how to take these apart. I know how, and I know an easier way to do it too. Before I do that, I'm going to get you guys some measurements. I'm going to use my calipers. So first things first. What is its profile? Be careful not to depress the button when I do this. Right there. It can slide on and off really easy, so we know it's good and reliable. So this one is coming out at 15/16 of an inch. Not that bad. A lot of the Kobalt ratchets will run you about that size. Even the older one will run roughly that size too. So this one's a little bit thicker. Maybe it's because of the button or something, but it's going to be. See, I just move it a little bit more and it fits. That's still in the range of the 15/16. Like I said, Kobalt has this thing about that. All the ratchets are pretty big. So that's what we're dealing with. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to open this up. I found the easiest way to get these clip out. There we go. So you can kind of see right here. This is an internal clip, right? But it's missing the two eyes. Like if this was made by a craftsman, you'd probably have the two little eyes right there. They're kind of old school about these things, but Kobalt said, hey, we don't want you guys opening this up. We don't want you messing with it, much less looking at it. So we're gonna make it as hard as possible. I would not recommend a pick, because you're gonna end up, trying to get this pick into this. You can see a small little groove cut out right there. If you try to jam this tool in there, you're gonna slip, poke yourself, or poke someone else. I found the easiest way to get these off is with a small screwdriver, like an electronic screwdriver. This one happens to be a 5/64ths of an inch. Gets this off real easy. So I believe if you have something smaller, it would be easier. This just happens to be the right size for me. I'm going to start on the inside, and what you want to do is get it into this little groove up here. There's a little bit of a notch. You just want to press it inside, and then almost just pry up and out. So from there, you just want to cover the other half. As you work it down, it pulls it out of the channel, and you don't want it to fly out anywhere. So I can set that aside and just tap out the guts. This is the first things first is the dust cover. We'll lay these out so you can see. So here's the dust cover. This is the I call it the bearing race. I'm sure they have a technical term for that. And take the other half out. There's two of these, one on the front, one on the back. Same process. You want to get right into that little groove and lift it up and out, and it just comes right out. I'll go ahead and set this aside, and there we have it. All the guts laid out on the table for you. One thing to notice is that the inside of this ratchet is completely smooth. No teeth whatsoever. On a traditional round head ratchet, there will be teeth inside of the housing, maybe even an oil groove or a hole for something or another. Nothing. This is perfectly smooth. All the action is right here. This is the heart of the beast. Like I said, I'm going to have a separate video coming out with it later on this week, and I'll show you guys exactly how this works, the physics behind it. But I want you guys to get a first look on how it looks and how it works, at least. So I'm going to put it back together. It's orientated, so you can't put this backwards. This is the front, has the words or the name. Put that on first. To put these clips back in, pretty simple. You want to start with the side without that notch, the little groove right there. So we're going to start on the back, and then you can just pretty easily just press it right back in, and it falls back into place. Next, the bearing race. It's orientated. It also has an orientation. Has a small channel cut out right here. So we're going to put that side down onto these grooves on the inside. So we're going to pick a side right here. It should just okay, we'll just move it around. It'll fall back into place once it's happy, just like that. Replace the dust cover. The bevel end goes on top. And finally, the last E-clip, I'll go ahead and call it internal clip. We can just lay again. Set the back into the channel, and just press the other half in. It's a little harder. My fingers are slippery. It's funny. You might be thinking, well, it should be dry in there. Well, no, it actually has a lot of oil in it, and in the second video, I'll show you why that oil is a good thing. Let me just get this back into place properly. Okay, here we go. Once you get it started, just press it in, and then it goes. That's awesome. I really like this. I'm going to get some more, get the 3/8 and 1/2 inch. I'll start using them from now on, see how they work. I want you guys to let me know what I can use to test out the torque, see how I can use, if you guys can think of some way that you would like to see me measure torque with these, see when they break, when they fail, and if they hold up to the standards set by their own manufacturers. Let me know, and I'll check into it. Anyways, if you like this video, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share this video. Or you could just keep it to yourself and not tell anybody. Either way, see you guys next time.